Hey, what is up, guys? My name is Rengawr, and today I found an insane strategy for making money in the Cycle Frontier. Pretty much, it is a way to snowball off literally just a pistol and come out of there with two great guns and, tons of actual, like, high-end loot. And even on top of that, during this method, you can fit up to 15K in your container. So even if you die, you're guaranteed to make 15K. Let's hop right into it, guys. Hopefully you enjoy it, and stick around for more cycle content if you enjoy it. So essentially, this is a very low risk run, and I'll explain why in a minute, but let's talk about what we're going to actually do. So to do this run, what we're going to be doing is going to the hard map, Crescent Falls, and we're going to be going to the lab location, which is located in the top of the map. I'll throw up a map on the screen and I'll circle it so you can see what I'm talking about. But essentially, we want to go here for a couple of reasons. Now, number one is that we get access to crates with decent weapons like purple or green or blue weapons, which we can get in multiple locations throughout the place. We can also get tons of medical supplies and like rare items. And then on top of that, there are tons of flowers located in the biome that the desert is in, or that the lab is in, that are called the dust bloom. So these dust blooms sell for 1.5k a piece, 100 rep a piece, or 50 rep a piece, and they also weigh 1 kilo. So I can fit 10 of these in my container. So if I die, I can fit upwards of 15,000 in my container. My layout's gonna cost me about 1,000, so I'm making 14,000, like pretty much guaranteed per run. And if I extract with all of the loot from the laboratory, I will actually get a ton more. Like I was making upwards of like 40 to 60k per run. I went with my friend NLV. I pulled out like 48k. He pulled out like 43k. I'll throw up some pics so you can see what I'm talking about. But this is just an insane way to make money. I'm going to talk about, I'll show you guys the routing, and I'll throw up some gameplay and we'll talk over it of like exactly how to do this. But the run is just insane. You have to try it. And what's even better is if you get there and a storm happens. When a storm happens, the loot on the map resets. So you can hide during the storm, and then you can reloot the laboratory after, so you can get even better loot, which it gives you more chances for stuff. So you pretty much go in naked and come out with the full loadout, and you come out with tons of money. It's a win-win. You guys gotta try this. Let's hop into it. So you can see we're starting off in the top right of the map near the lab. Now, depending on where you spawn, it'll take you a little while to get here. Some spawns are closer than others. But pretty much once you cross this barrier, this is where you'll start seeing all the dust blooms spawn. Now, this is the flower that's purple, sells for 1.5k and 50 rep a piece. It takes up one slot. It is so good to get in your container. It's guaranteed money. A lot of the mobs over here are really easy to run by. You do have to kill some of the Striders because they'll like get up to you and they'll bite you. Pretty much most of the mobs, including the blue elites and the like Colossus, will pretty much just be so easy to run past. So as you're running through here, you're looking for the flowers and you're just making your way up to the lab. This is our go-to destination, is the lab in the top right of the map, and along the way just make sure you're looking out for flowers while avoiding mobs and staying healthy. If you see right here, we get 2 flowers in the middle of the desert on the way there, so that's already 3k in our container straight up to go. So even if we died right now, we'd pay for our loadout. And if you see up here, we're actually going to be running by a couple of elites here, as well as the big rock boulder guy. So if you run by those, it's a little annoying to get through. It's a little scary, but like I've done this 10, 15 times now, and I haven't died once running past these guys. Just watch out for the boulder sniping you from behind. It can be really annoying. If it hits you, it'll do a lot of your health. So definitely make sure that you're not getting hit by that. And once you run in here, you got to clear this pack to your left. It'll pretty much always be here. So clear this pack to your left, and then you're going to cross the bridge, and you can hop right into the lab. And once you hop into the lab, the monsters kind of like the AI just kind of bots out, honestly. So once you hop up these stairs, the AI will stop really chasing you, and you can kind of walk around free. So once you get up, you can look for meds if you don't have any. But you're pretty much home free once you get up that staircase, and you're good to go. And throughout the lab, there are tons of med spawns and various loot spawns, as you can see. They kind of just are there's a mix of like high tech items and medium tech items. So pretty much you're just looking through all of the crates. You can get weapons and ammo as well. So when you get low on ammo, you can restock, or there's weapons crates. Now under the lab, as you can see, is where most of the flowers will spawn. You see I got 3 right there, which is a ridiculous amount. Like, look at how much money we've already made, and even if we die, we keep all of this. It's so much money already. It pretty much all under that middle part is where you'll get it all. There's 3 more, or 4 more here actually. 5, believe it or not. There's just so many flowers. It's so broken. You have to abuse this if you want money in the game. It's so free. There's even 2 more here. Just so much money. You have to do this. All the mobs are pretty free. They kind of bot out once you're down here, and then you can also loot all these barrels. These pretty much all respawn every time you come here, so there's tons of chances for free loot. And then the other half of the lab also has med supplies as well as industrial supplies as well, so definitely stock up on all of that to help you get through with your quests. Now, once you leave the lab, I'd head out to the right, the top right even more so than the lab, and you can go towards this little compound area where you can actually get more guns and more supplies. I got a lot of blue items here as well as green items, so definitely check out this area. So we found blue and a purple weapon in the crate up here, so I'm not sure if this place is a buff spawn chance or if we just got lucky, but the crate up top for the weapons crate, we got I forget what it's called. I think it was the core my friend got from the crate, which is absolutely insane. Now when you go down this way, you can scale down the rocks and you'll get to this next compound where we actually waited out the storm this raid. But you can also loot up more weapons, and you can loot up more supplies as well. Now, the storm comes, and when the storm happens, it actually resets all of the loot on the map. And the thing is, if you're inside of a building when the storm happens, the loot in that building will not respawn. So we want to leave the labs area so we can go back there to reloot it. Now, obviously, you don't have to do this where you wait out the storm, and you're not going to have the storm every single raid you go into, and that's okay. But if you want to, you now have the option to where we can go back to the lab, and you can see in the same instance, we have items respawning in areas that we already looted, so we can kind of like top up our loot and have like the best condensed inventory as opposed to having some junk and some really good stuff. So this is a great way if you're in any raid and anywhere to kind of restock your, I don't know, I guess inventory if you want to boost that loot just a little bit, since you can't extract it anyway. You know, you could wait out the storm somewhere away from where you want to reloot, then go loot it back up, and then extract with even better stuff. It gives you more chances. The only thing though at the lab is that it seems that the purple flowers don't respawn with the storm, so you can't, like, you know, we got I think 23 flowers this run, which is about average. I'd say maybe we get like 15, some on like the lower end, and closer to like 30 sometimes. But this flower spawn's insane, and it doesn't respawn with the storm, so that does suck. So that's something you have to think about too, is do I care about the flowers more than anything? But it's really safe, considering the fact that I went in with a pistol. I'm leaving with multiple guns, and I have 15k in my safe pouch. So even if I die, I will make 15k. I spent like 1k in the loadout because I bought stims, a pistol, and a backpack. It really is just so safe. This is probably one of the safest and best ways to make money, as it requires literally zero investment. You just get a backpack, a pistol, you go in, and you're pretty much guaranteed to make profit and make it to the lab. The mobs are so easy to run by. You might die the first few times getting the hang of the route, but it only took me like 3 tries to get it down consistently, understanding like how to get to the lab quickly and such. Extracting on this map can be a little hard, as people do push your extracts. So definitely make sure that you are going out of your way to get to a safe extract if you are juiced, because people will push you. And you can see we got out of this raid, and I ended up making so many credits. I'll throw out my friends as well, so you can see that. It's just an insane amount of credits for, you know, for almost no effort. Well, that was the route, guys. I hope that was helpful. If you enjoyed the content, hit that sub button to stick around for more guides. Let me know what you'd like down below in the comments. Peace out.